Rochester Sports Talk. Our friend Mike from Boston is calling up with his take on the Royal Rumble. Mike, thank you so much for calling. How you doing today, sir?
Hey, good morning, everybody. I like the idea of the Jericho. I like the idea of 28 and 29 eliminating each other. These are all great. Having been to last year's Royal Rumble, we had so many specific expectations for what was going to happen, and none of it happened. So we have to think outside the box here. I know the glitz and the glitter of the Raw title and having a Raw champion versus a Royal Rumble winner at WrestleMania would be great, but maybe SmackDown. Look at those guys. You have two big men in the hunt right now for the title, the Big Show and Mark Henry. Put them together maybe with Royal Rumble winner Brock Lesnar for a WrestleMania match and see what happens.
You know, I like the sound of that. You know, there's been like inklings going on and rumors about Shaquille O'Neal taking on the Big Show at WrestleMania, and you know that when all the glitz and glamour for WrestleMania starts after tomorrow night, maybe Shaq is going to be a participant in the Royal Rumble.
We had Shaq in Boston last year. I don't know what he's going to be able to do in a Royal Rumble match. So, good luck with that, Shaq, if you're listening. I don't know. I just think Brock Lesnar, that's the kind of match that favors a man of his stature. It's just, take these guys and throw them. You can throw a Daniel Bryan as far as you can. You can take, all these, smaller guys. I just think it would be a good shot of adrenaline to SmackDown, a good way to make an actual title match at WrestleMania that people will want to watch from the SmackDown brand. So, like I said, just thinking outside the box here, because anything that you expect to happen tomorrow, none of it's going to happen, and we're all just going to be sitting there saying, what were we thinking? So, yeah,
I like your thinking too, and we were talking about Brock Lesnar before the show today because we had heard Dana White said it was okay for him to negotiate and come back to wrestling but the word was negotiate, and of course Dana has him under contract. So, but he gave him his approval. So, I mean, you know what? Weirder things have happened. I'll tell you one thing. Brock Lesnar shows up, he's definitely going to win the Royal Rumble. I think without a doubt. I like that. You got me excited now. It's just I got tingles going down my back because it's like that's something that would make me super excited about WrestleMania,
I'm just saying that if you wake up tomorrow and there's YouTube of Brock Lesnar at a St. Louis airport, don't be surprised.
Oh, you mean like Chris Jericho?
Yeah.
Yeah, that, definitely. I mean, it's in Philadelphia, isn't it? Isn't the Royal?
No, the last one was in Philly.
Oh, the last one's Philly. Oh, that's right. What was I thinking? The Artiste is in Philly, and he was going to call us and talk about it, but that's right. Well, if he does show up, power to him. I like that theory. I like, and the thing is mostly, they say that unless it's for a belt, the Rock versus John Cena won't mean nearly as much. So, obviously, John Cena's got to get a belt before then, so he would not be the winner of the Royal Rumble. We can automatically cross him off that list.
Jericho is going to find Punk regardless, so it's too obvious and it's just too neat. And
it may not even involve a belt either,
It doesn't need to.
No.
It's I would hope that it would involve the Raw Championship, but like I said, lying in bed with my wife last night, I can't get her to watch SmackDown, and I can't blame her. I'm thinking we need some real talent on SmackDown. You bring Brock Lesnar back to that brand, maybe you can get some ratings on Friday night. Maybe you can get it off Sci-Fi Network and back on to network television.
I got to tell you, Jim Ross thinks that we're crazy to think that that's even going to happen because he said he truly does. But the thing is can Brock Lesnar get a Shawn Michaels deal? Can he get I come in once a week or I come in, once every couple weeks? And, think about it, all the vignettes you can do in the backstage area without actually being out in front of the people. You don't have to be on TV every week or at TV to be on TV. So I think power to him. I think he definitely is a draw. See, that's one thing, too, is we were throwing around maybe Goldberg. Would that be surprising at all to see him in the Royal Rumble? There's been rumblings about him talking with Vince McMahon since last year's Atlanta WrestleMania. So
he fits that mold too. I would be really surprised if the Raw brand wins. I think it would come from SmackDown brand just so you can try to, advance SmackDown. Yeah, they have to come up with some match for SmackDown out of WrestleMania, and I just don't really see, they'll have matches. I just don't see them drawing. Those will be the matches that you get up and use the restroom, and they'll be the Divas matches of WrestleMania because you probably throw all the Divas in one match.
Of course. It'll be before the actual show starts too. And the way that the tag team divisions has been self-destructing, I got to think that they could even be off WrestleMania, too. But I got to definitely think that. I was going to ask you, Mike, since I got you on the phone, SmackDown last night, you were watching it. We found out that Mark Henry actually was injured in that last match, and they kind of wrote it out in the editing of the program. Do you think that, did you get a feeling that you could tell that maybe he may not be involved in this match tomorrow like they were originally expecting?
Well, I should clarify. I attempted to try to watch SmackDown last night. I didn't get to watch the whole thing. It really doesn't matter to me whether it's Henry or the Big Show. You have that big man presence. You have these are what WWF was based on. And granted, the smaller talent is athletic and actually makes for more entertaining matches. But if you have a big man versus a big man in a main event, a WrestleMania. That's only just going to add to the card. So I think you put a big man with a big man, and that's going to make for a good match. So
very cool. Well, thank you for calling. I'm going to write down what you wrote, and I'm hoping you're right.
If so, I'll be calling back next week for sure. I'll be taking what's mine. So.
Definitely. We'll be giving you all the pats you possibly can get on the back. Well, thank you very much.
Great morning, guys.
You take it easy. Okay, we got Rashad. What's up, buddy?